here for another Amen live stream at amen.net. And that, which I just played for you, was a new song by Miscomings. Came out about a week ago. You can find it on their Bandcamp page. They're based out of Seattle, Washington, and I have no idea if that's part of a single, a release to come or whatever. There's no information about it, but you can dig around for yourself if you want. The song is called Sal, and I believe it's self-released. That's all I got for you. So, what else do I got for you later? I guess most of the usual stuff I have. Bandcamp, lots of Bandcamp stuff this time around. Also, there will be a whole set of songs about food, which I call the What's for Dinner set. Also, Zach will pop by for I'm Allowed, and the big mix of weird old country surf, rockabilly, girl group, whatever, you name it, soul, people crying, the whole shebang for what usually constitutes an Amen live stream and or podcast. And you might have noticed, or maybe you didn't, and I don't really blame you if you didn't, that I'm a little behind on the date. Usually I do the show at the end of a given month, but there was a lot going on around here lately, and I probably should have done it last Saturday, I think, the 29th. But then there was, I had a whole week of friends in town and whatever. And then this past weekend, the band Alpha Strategy and I played in Brno and Boskovitsa Festival, and then yesterday I was tied up. So it's just, one thing after another. But maybe it's all for the best anyway, because later this week I go to Canada for 3 weeks or so with a brief stop in London. So I won't actually be back until about the 7th. And I'm thinking I'll do the next live stream on the 11th of August. So, it'll be a month out anyway. And then, I don't know. We'll see how bold I am if I want to try and do 2 shows in the run of August, because now I'm like a week behind. But whatever. We'll deal with all that when the time comes. Another thing I'll have for you is a giveaway for a couple of tickets for the next Amen concert, which isn't for a while yet. Not till October 31st, and I promise you, no Halloween-themed stuff happening there whatsoever, if you were worried about that. So maybe around the time I do the show announcements, I'll give you a question which you can answer if you might be inclined to get a couple of tickets for that show with Nunofyrbeeswax, who we'll hear from shortly. They got a new split out with Top Down. Not immediately next. I got a couple other things in between. What else? Or who else is playing that? Baby One, Alpha Strategy, and David's sister. So it'll be a good one. And we'll see if I'll do anything else in between now and then, concert-wise, here in Prague, for organizational purposes. If time permits and resources and people write to me with interesting things and everything aligns, then maybe. Okay. I'm going to play something else I found on Bandcamp recently from Bucharest, Didona. And this is proof, all the proof that I need to reassure myself that when I'm spending hours and hours clicking on Bandcamp pages and, listening to stuff and going through hundreds of different bands and albums and whatever, and sometimes not finding anything for a whole day that's worthwhile. But when you find something like this, it does make the whole thing worth it. So I was so pleasantly surprised when I found this the other day, this band Didona, and I'll play for you one of the great songs from this EP called PIZMA, as put out by the Beach Buddies label fairly recently. What's the date? Yeah, July 2nd, actually, so just like 5 days ago. And the song, it's called Misoginie, I believe is how it would be pronounced in Romanian, but Don't quote me on that. I don't know any Romanian. Oh, I think, yeah, we'll get to that. And I felt like I had more to say, but I can always just say it later.
Misoginie, they think I'm Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.
I want you to know when other fellas hang around, just teasing to know. Cause we're going steady, yeah, she is mine. The loving that I get from her is mighty fine. And she's fine, she's fine. Whoa. boy, yeah, she's really mine. Well, I've got a gal, boy, it's a treat to see that gal of mine walking down the street. You can stop and ask her for a date sometime, but she will turn you down because she is mine and she's fine. She's fine. Oh boy, yeah, she's really mine. Well now, yeah. Kind of gal will sweep you off of your feet. Everything about her is a doggone neat. You'll know her if you see her just any old time. But you can get your gal 'cause she's fine and she's fine. She's fine. Whoa, boy, yeah, she's really mine. Well, I've got a gal I want you to know. When other fellas hang around, just teasing the door. 'Cause we're going steady, yeah, she's mine. The love that I get from her is fine and fine, and she's fine. She's fine. Oh, boy, yeah, she's really mine.
All right, what do we have? I better turn that monitor down. Okay, that was Chuck and the Monarchs is what it's credited as on the compilation where I found this. But then the actual 45 label adhered to the 45 7-inch record. Says the Monarchs featuring Chuck Mills. So we'll go with that anyway. She's Mine was the song. Put out by Bandbox in 1959. Also heard Sparkler with Trip Hazard from a new split with Doused. And the song Trip Hazard is what I played. That just came out through Flesh and Bone on June 14th. They describe themselves pretty accurately as sonically ambiguous shoegaze. That's on their Bandcamp page. What else? None of Your Beeswax. Before that, Deep Thoughts from their new split, put out by No Chance Berlin. Also heard from the Invaders, Night Ride, from a 1962 Pacer single. And then, as I was saying, started things off with Didona, Misoginie from their PIZMA EP, released by Beach Buddies. I got a real weird one for you next. It's Les Barney Gugel, My Hog's Gone Wild, put out in 1965 by, I guess you'd say, Cuca Records, or Cuca, C-U-C-A, I don't know. Anyway, I'm always in favor of people trying to imitate animals on their recorded musical output, and this guy really tries to give it his best, but it's a pretty weird hog imitation, as you'll soon find out. But it's just super strange, the whole thing. I won't speak about it anymore because I can't do it justice. But yeah, coming up after we get through that, and then some other songs to come. Show announcements. Zach popping by, the ticket giveaway thing, what's for dinner set, you know, all the usual. So take it away, Les Barney Gugel.
Well, it was last October, about a month from now. Going in the chicken coop and looking for a cow. Stepped on a duck and I fell through the fence and scared the out of the old gray sow. She would, so fast that dog couldn't catch it. Ran to the barnyard looking for a place. Ran into the horse and stepped on his tail. He kicked her in the... She let out a wail and she went... She wasn't a quitter. She let out a yell. From the shed came a litter. They grabbed me by the pants and pulled me through the shed, and I could still hear him yet going.
out here to do a story. They'll do a story about what? As you can see, there's construction underway here. They've dug out a little bit. There's water has accumulated. Traffic's backed up. In a city the size of Houston, there's always traffic. So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I asked you. What in the fuck are we doing here? Hell, I don't know.
Without lights, you're going nowhere. Red, green, blue. Which one are you?
Smush. Goodnight Moon is the song. And that came out as part of their new album released on June 15th called If You Were Here, I'd Be Home by Now. They're based in Vancouver, British Columbia. Who put that out? Candlepin Records. That's correct. That's in my notes. Oh, before that, Tony March and Bill David's Rockets, Showdown, from a 1958 Tammy record single. Before that, Candy Highway Lights, from a new compilation called No Sleep Till Palestine is Free, issued by the Girlsville label in St. Paul, Minnesota. And definitely a compilation worth contributing towards in your Bandcamp purchases. Says this benefit for the Palestine Red Crescent Society features Germhouse helping to canonize the Lime song Under My Head with an excellent cover. There's a demo from Pyrex that's arguably better than the album version. There are songs by Cut Piece and Billiam, but it merits going deep dive on the collection's archival material. There's so much to dive into with this compilation, which of course benefits an extremely important cause. A benefit compilation isn't going to solve a global crisis, but it might help a few people living through genocide. Kudos to Girlsville for making this happen. So, I'll post the Bandcamp link for it later, along with everything else, such as show announcements that I'll get into in a second, and the other playlist junk, all the information you could possibly want. Before that, BRAK. I played Speed Freak from their new album Friction, which came out through Psychic Liberation. They played a great show here in Prague at Bike Jesus last Sunday, and they are still on tour until the 13th, I believe. I was looking just now at their tour poster that they sent me. They're off today, but then tomorrow play in Basel, Switzerland, then Kreuzlingen at Good Old Horse Club, Lausanne, Switzerland, Zurich, Linz, Austria, and then to wrap it up on the 13th in Berlin. Many of these shows are also with Sahir, who played at Bite Jesus as well. So go out and see BRAK. You definitely want to. I played another really good Bandcamp find that I came across just through digging on my own. Because, like, to give a bit of background on this, I do find a fair amount of stuff through, like, YouTube channels like Tigel Schwam and Tremendio Garage, and to a lesser extent these days, Harakari Diet, or however it's pronounced. But, yeah, I also spend just a lot of time looking on Bandcamp to, buy tags and new releases and stuff to see what good stuff there is. And yeah, I mean, those guys do find an incredible amount of really awesome music. Lots of stuff I don't play here on the show that I don't necessarily think fits, but still really cool. But then there's all kinds of other stuff that you can still find through picking and spending hours sifting through what comes up on the Bandcamp search, because they do have a search engine for it that's really good. Anyhow, yeah, so what I did play before BRAK was D.I.M, D.I.M, the song Helastic, and it's from Premier's Demos. They're based out of Marseille, France. It'd be really cool to play a show with them, actually, because my band's going to venture through there, hopefully, in autumn, along with some other dates we're working on. From what I can tell, this was a self-release kind of deal and came out on June 28th. They have some other items on their Bandcamp page, too, which are worth looking into. Started off, as I mentioned, with My Hog's Gone Wild by Les Barney Gugel, put out by Cuca Records in 1965. Oh, yeah, it's show announcements time. Let's get right into that.
Pertaining to show. I want the stars that's gonna be in the Coliseum, that's gonna make the people sway and rock and clap their hands to the beat and get up and dance in an area that will be big enough for them to do it in.
it being July in Prague, you know, there's not like a million things worth going to because everybody's out of town or people don't want to do shows, as in organize them because they think everybody's out of town, stuff like that. So I don't have a whole lot, but here's what I did find that seems to be happening between now and when I do the next On-Man show on, as in live stream like this / podcast thing on August 11th, which I'm aiming for. We'll see if I can stick to that date. But yeah, actually, Patole, who put out a new album not long ago, are going to be playing tomorrow night at Eternia with Georges Mental from France and Lissa, also from the Czech Republic. That looks like it'll be a good night, so definitely recommended that. I didn't really find anything until August to come that was particularly interesting to me. Mind you, I'll be away, so maybe I'm kind of blanking out on some stuff that would be interesting to go to if I was in the city. But I was looking around today to find any newly posted shows, and no, nothing significant, so you're on your own. But August 7th at Bike Jesus, model actress from Boston, I believe. America for sure. I think they're out of Boston. And they definitely have some interesting stuff. I don't know if I'm so wild about their newer music, but I would think to see them live could be quite impressive. After that, also at Bike Jesus on August 11th, Poison Room will be back here in Prague. And then that will be the same day, again, that I'm planning to do the next show. There's all kinds of festivals and stuff going on. I mean, if you're itching for something interesting, then any weekend of July, there's like a million festivals here in the Czech Republic. And I don't really want to list all those because I just, you know, I only have, again, I'll just keep making excuses for myself here, but I only have so much time. Yeah, that reminds me about shows, as I promised, for the October 31st None of Your Beeswax Alpha Strategy Bibione David Sister show at Underdogs that On-Man / myself will be putting together. I'm going to give away 2 tickets to anybody who wants to write to me, preferably through email. It's on the onman.net page or the Facebook page, maybe the Instagram page. I don't know. But I'll try and make this not too difficult. Who put out the very first None of Your Beeswax release? So I found that information quickly. I'm sure you can too. So first person to write to me with that answer gets the 2 tickets. And they're not actually physical tickets. I'll put your name on the guest list. And that equates to a ticket. All right. That's enough talking for me for at least another 12 minutes or so before I get Zach on the horn for I'm Allowed. Meanwhile, yeah, I'll get to something by Patole. This is Propost.
Měla bych cítit strach. started raining avocados from my avocado tree.
Was this man barking up the wrong tree?
I told him, get the hell out of my tree. He says, I'm going to pick your avocados, old man. What are you going to do about it?
What would prompt you to do something so stupid, sir?
Guacamole. Next, Judge Judy.
Okay, that was the Reekers, Don't Call Me Fly Face, put out on a 45 in 1964 by Jack Records. Also played the Golden Tones before that as the Crier of the Month, Crying the Blues from 1956 through Samson Records. Donnie Boyd and his Pantom guitar, as it's listed on the label of the record, Panthom. They misspelled Phantom. Waggle Part 2, issued by Dart in 1958 on a single. Ugh. I might have to cough here. Let's see if I can avoid that. Computer Room, another Bandcamp find. Actually, I came across these guys this morning. They're out of Portland, Oregon. I played Dull Moment, and that's one of two songs from this, I guess you can call it a single or EP or whatever, Sun and Dull Moment single. Self-released as far as I can tell. And what else? I started off with Patole, Propost from Horjitsi Pavuccini, issued by Psychedelic Umami. What was the date on their release? I should remember that. I was at their release show. February 29th. Okay, time to give Zach a little ring-dang-do on the horn here and see what that man has on his mind.
I hope I keep my mailman called Mr. Mac away from Zach.
My name is Mac and I'm scared of Zach.
I'm actually a couple minutes early calling him than I said I would be, so we'll see. One minute early. That's not too bad.
Is the mayor there?
I'm afraid it is.
Oh, there he is, ruling over his people with an iron fist.
Yep. The benevolent
man
dictator.
Of governance. That's right, baby.
What's going on
what
there?
I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I'm walking down the street in Columbus, Ohio, with my shirt off, spitting on the sidewalk. I love to do that.
One of many, I'm sure. It's the summer ritual.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love doing that. Does anybody walk around Prague with their shirt off?
I think the most I get to see around here is the occasional guy jogging with no shirt on down a pretty well-trafficked area in terms of like foot traffic, I guess, and vehicular traffic as well. But yeah, it's not quite as much of a thing as back home,
Yeah, that's right. I bet there's a lot of shirtless walking in Newfoundland.
Oh, well, at least when I was growing up there, yeah, it was the thing to do. So I'm sure it still is in at least some places.
Do you ever pull a stunt like that? Walk around without your shirt?
No, I don't think I ever, as a grown man, I don't think I ever did. I think as a lad, I might have a little bit, but yeah. How do you get any looks? You getting anybody checking out your pecs there?
No, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I haven't had any comments at any rate.
Yeah.
So hard to say.
Yeah, people are just shy. That's all.
Yeah, they're shy. Not me though.
No, apparently not.
I sure as hell ain't. No. I'm not. No one's ever accused me of being shy. I'll say that much.
Yep.
Yeah, I moved to a different neighborhood in Columbus.
Yeah,
pretty close to downtown, but it's really a spicy neighborhood.
Spicier than before.
Oh, much.
Yeah, wow.
Much. Yeah, much. Yeah, it's. I've been seeing some wild stuff. I love it. I think it's awesome.
I'll never forget when you were telling me like a while ago when you were just out walking around fairly late and it was at the baseball field or whatever, and there was the guy off in the distance who was just like, "Hey, you, come here," and you just took off. So if it gets spicier than that, I mean, I'm sure you're looking out for your safety if anybody is already, but maybe it requires even more mindfulness when you're out and about. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I just don't walk at night anymore. That's kind of my. That was the lesson I took from that. I'm I'll walk in the midday where it's pretty unlikely that anybody's going to try anything. And I have a little mini taser, and I have a pepper gel spray to spray in people's face. So if anybody did try it, I think they'd probably be pretty sorry.
Yeah.
But
you got some birds around there. I can hear that. At least it's not totally devoid of nature.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to downtown, so I'm actually there's a real dividing line between intense danger and like incredible opulence. I've actually crossed into I just crossed the line into like the downtown area here, which is extremely, extremely nice. It's really, I'm like a 15-minute walk from being in one of Columbus's oldest and like most beautiful neighborhoods. It's called the Victorian Village.
Yeah, so I wonder what keeps the riffraff out. Like, where do they? Is it just like they have some sort of radio signal that they can't bypass or whatever? Yeah.
It's like a dog with one of those fences. It's like a fence for one of those dogs.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. That's it's a pretty unseemly. That's a pretty unseemly metaphor. I think I'd like to retract that from strike that from the record. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just like, anybody can walk in these neighborhoods. I think that they just, I really don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question. Why is because one thing that I really like about this neighborhood comparative to the neighborhood that I was in is people really are out and about and walking and like are really active. They're up to some really shady stuff, but at least they're out and about.
At least they're active.
I like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I was at before, it was kind of like suburbia, but this is definitely like inner city. People are up to stuff, and I actually really enjoy that a lot. And the place that I moved to, it was actually has a really. It's like a pool and a giant yard, and it's just a really neat. And I got an attic space with a balcony, and I can sit out on my balcony and work during the day. So it's really nice.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. I'm really happy with this spot.
And I guess you're closer to the pedicab action too. You can just walk down the road.
Yeah. I'm like. Less than 5 minutes away from the grocery store and the library, and about a 30-minute walk from my gym. It's just it was a nice move.
Yeah, it sounds like an upgrade.
But I walked out last night. I walked out and yesterday late in the afternoon I walked out to go for a run. And there was a green car parked right across the street from me, and this lady was just giving this guy a hand job in the in the car, and it was like open windows. I just like like I'm walking by. I'm like I was gonna look over and say hello, to be polite. Yeah, she was just like making direct eye contact with me while she was giving this guy a blowjob, and his face was in a hand job, excuse me, and his face was in absolute ecstasy.
Yeah.
And I said, y'all, do this somewhere else. Do this somewhere else. This is like right outside my house. Come on. Because the area that I'm in is like an industrial area. So there aren't really any houses around, so people will sneak back there to do nefarious things.
Oh, sounds like a romantic place for a walk and some physical activity.
a little romantic rendezvous.
Mm-hmm.
And then, right across the road from me, there's a swingers club, a giant warehouse-sized swingers club called Club Princeton. And actually, it's really nice having them as neighbors because they have security. Right, I mean, there's security there, and it's a heavily patrolled area because it's just like a bunch of like people in their 40s and 50s going in there every at least 3 or 4 nights a week going in there, and there's
I don't know. There's probably 100 people in there, more maybe, because there's a parking lot and an overflow parking lot that's just jam packed full. And
swingers.
Swingers, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or swinger sympathizers.
Yeah. My roommate Mitch, he said he used to go in there because you can just go. It's a private club. It's called Club Princeton, but anybody can just go in, and it does have a bar, so anybody could just go in and have a beer if they wanted to, or whatever they wanted to do. He said he used to go in there after work and just watch people openly doing it. Like, man, I don't think I could choke down. I don't think I could choke down a beer, period. But I definitely don't think I could choke down a beer while I was watching old people having sex. I don't want to watch anybody having sex. I have no interest in that at all. I don't even like pornography at all. It's like I was reading this study, and they asked older adults, people in their 70s, late 60s, early 70s, what was the most significant aspect of their life. And number one was usually childbirth. Mm-hmm. Number two, closely trailed by sex.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like a, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How appropriate.
But I started this new job, and working for a software firm, and one of my jobs is it's like I can't talk about it too much, but I think I can talk about this. Like we have a client that is a major pornography website, let's say. I think everybody could probably figure out what that is. And my job is to oversee. They're having AI is doing the subtitles for these porno videos, and so then somebody gets on there to monitor whether the subtitles are correct. And my job is to monitor the person that monitored the AI to make sure. And so I had to watch like hours and hours of pornography, and I hadn't seen pornography in a long time because I don't like it at all. I think it's gross. I think it's disgusting, truly disgusting.
But now you don't even get the choice in what you're going to watch, do
you? Yeah, no. I learned a lot of things. I learned like people are really up to some stuff that I would have never. It would have never crossed my mind that this is something that is enjoyable. Mm-hmm. That this is something that somebody could enjoy, and they seem to be enjoying it. But so yeah, I'd watch like hours and hours of pornography, and got paid really well to do it, but I didn't. It was so surreal, and the subtitling was kind of like remarkably accurate, and they subtitled they subtitled the sounds that people made. So that was, and like they subtitled like the old Batman series, when he punched somebody, whap, or something like this.
Yeah.
So it really tried. The AI really tried to, instead of like,
grunting,
putting like
or something like listing
moaning,
the word grunting.
Yeah, this kind of thing. It actually tried to mirror the sound, which I thought was pretty interesting. And actually, I thought like that's really the way to do it.
Yep.
That's a more interesting way of doing it than just putting like moaning. If somebody's like, well, I guess it's like, why is anybody using the subtitles? They watch it at work or something, I guess. I was thinking about that. Like, what's the intrigue of watching pornпорнографии without the sounds? Yeah, with the subtitles, without the sounds. But I got, like somebody's doing it. I got what I thought was, probably somebody's doing it like surreptitiously. There's like, well, I have to be quiet in this situation, but I really need to get my rocks off.
Or somebody is, one of these people who wants to hear the audio, but then have the subtitles on to make sure that they're getting everything 100% down. And it's just like, that's it. That's what the guy said.
That is the sound. That is the sound I'm hearing. Yeah, that's right.
Confirmed.
I would have never put that 2 and 2 together. That is the sound.
Mm-hmm.
That is the sound of, and it makes like, it actually subtitles the sound that it makes when two people's bodies collide. You know,
Flop,
I can't do it. Flop, yeah, the flopping sound. And comes up with like different sound, you know, because it doesn't always plop the same. There's different.
Yeah.
I found out, you know, there's definitely. I never really paid attention to this, I guess, in my own life, but there really are like different sounds that people's bodies make when they collide. You know, there are different. I guess, you know, in the subcategory of plopping sounds, there are quite a few different variants of them, really.
That's pretty interesting. I almost just want to watch this stuff to see what's going to come up with for like all the flop and plop nonsense.
Yeah, I would say go. I actually don't know. I think that they're actually beta testing it, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. They might, because the what I was going to was a beta testing site, so I don't know if it's live yet. It may be. You know, I haven't gone to the actual site to see it. I'm going to like a beta testing site, but it may be live. I would say, you know, just check out the world's biggest pornography site. You know, I think everybody. That's pretty easy to figure out. I did sign an NDA, so I can't. I probably actually maybe I've said a little too much as it is. Actually, now that I think about it, but.
How could they ever catch you?
How could they ever catch me? Are they listening? Well, they could have AI listen. It's kind of shocking what AI can do. It's like as far as it being able to be used as a surveillance tool, it's undoubtedly could be used in that way, and to great effect.
I'm sure that's already like underway in a lot of cases.
Oh, no doubt in my mind. Yeah. It's definitely like there's a tool they're using in China that is like it's like an AI face recognition tool that they're using. But yeah, it's kind of wild, like the different utilities that it can be used for. Some very helpful, like some of them like. Will probably improve the lives of people, and some of them will falling into the wrong hands could make things pretty bad for people.
Oh yeah, you know that's just how it goes. It's just to be expected at this point.
The kind of the job that I have is kind of like the job of an ethicist in a way. It's like making sure that AI is interacting with things in an ethical. You know, reasonable, ethical way for the most part, and not being co-opted to do really nefarious things, and to like because it's like a training machine, right? It works how it's trained.
Yeah,
and so it's pretty interesting work. I enjoy the job.
Well, who would have thought? It's a funny world that you'd ever end up getting paid to look at porn and the subtitles related to it.
Yeah, the thudding, the thudding, plopping sounds. Yeah, what a world! There's a guy standing on his roof. And he does this every day. I'm walking by him now. I'm going back into my neighborhood. He stands on the tippy top of his roof, and he makes these repetitive motions for him. I've seen him do it for a long period. Like I've heard somebody told me it's like a drug you take that it's kind of like. Have you ever seen like a video game freeze?
Yeah.
You know, like where a person will just be there's a glitch in the video game, and a person will just an enemy might just be stuck, like trying to punch, but they're caught in an impossible situation. They can't do anything. They can't move. Mm-hmm. This is kind of what it's like. It's like he's glitched, and there is apparently some sort of drug that does that, like some kind of pretty close. It's not exactly PCP, but it's something pretty similar to PCP that just gets people like caught in this repetitive. But I don't know why he goes up. I think what he does, I guess, is what I've been speculating about, and maybe you can hear me saying this. Actually, we're looking right at one another. But anyway, to me, it's really interesting that I guess because from what I researched the drug, and from what I understand, it's like really fast acting. You know, it's like one of those things like it's like a nasal spray, so it's almost instantaneous. So what I can the only thing I can figure out that's really is happening in this situation is this guy is intentionally going up on his roof and taking this. Because I don't think he could take it and then think, okay, I'll go up on the roof. I think he climbs up to the top of the roof, tip top of the roof, in like a situation where it's like one of the pretty slanted roofs, so it'd be, to my mind, pretty easy to fall.
Yeah.
And just goes up there and just slips out for seemingly a long time. Because I ran downtown and passed him on my way to the climbing wall. So I ran downtown, climbed to the climbing wall for about an hour, and then ran back. That was probably an hour and a half, and he was still in that same spot doing the exact same thing. So either he took a break and got back up there, or that guy had been doing that for an hour and a half.
I guess he figures he's going to get high in one sense. He wants to get high also in other ways.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's awesome. There's all kinds of nuts things going on in this neighborhood all the time. I love it.
Well, yeah.
Action.
Sounds like a winner.
Is there any kind of action like that in Prague, Mayor?
It is very much subdued compared to what it was in Toronto. It's quite rare to see anything like that. I mean, you can go in the center and then occasionally come across something like that, but it pales in comparison greatly to what I've been exposed to before, so I hardly even notice it. And it's funny because I talk to some people who are maybe not living in the center or they're living in other cities, and they're like, oh yeah, there's like, some weirdos in around the center of Prague. It's like, it's pretty goddamn tame when you look at it.
Come to America, baby.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah.
Come to inner city Columbus, then you'll see something wild.
Darn right.
Because I found Toronto to be pretty, it's like subdued compared to like we're going to Detroit. Toronto compared to Detroit. Detroit is a wild town if you go to certain areas.
Yeah.
Like
so we might see some stuff.
Oh yeah. I was thinking maybe we could go visit my friend Travis. He lives in like a little subdivision of Detroit that is just truly a banana spot. So yeah, maybe we can go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go seek out a little danger. without a little danger, you gotta have a little bit of danger to give life some spice.
Darn right.
You gotta decide how much. You fiddling around with something there, buddy?
No, I'm not actually. I'm perfectly still, so I don't know what you might have been
weird.
hearing.
I'm hearing a weird sound. Maybe that guy, the waves of that guy's thought are following me.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird place you got there, so anything's possible.
Well, you got about catches me up, buddy.
Yeah, I think we got through everything that needed to be said and more.
Yeah, way more. Yeah.
Yep.
2 minutes of necessary talk and 20 minutes of jabber. Usually that's about my normal ratio.
Yep. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, my buddy, thanks for calling, and as always, it's a truth thrill talking to you, my man.
Yeah, likewise. Can't wait to see you in a few weeks.
Yeah,
yep.
Hell yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Truly, in the truest sense of the word, I'll be seeing you.
Darn right. All right, be seeing you, pal. Thanks for hopping
See
on.
you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my pleasure. Goodbye.
Cheers. Whoop, gotta play the extroduction tune.
Don't turn your back on Zach. Watch out for Zach.
Probably blew the ears out of people who were listening. All right, so I have a set of songs, as I promised, on the topic of food, particularly titled the What's for Dinner set. And I'm going to play this in tribute to Howie Pyro, who I like to bring up Howie every year around this time. In particular, because it was or would have been his birthday on June 28th. And I definitely owe quite a lot to him. I would not be doing radio were it not for Howie. When I found his Intoxica radio show well over 10 years ago, it was just like the coolest fucking thing and totally changed my outlook on how somebody could do a radio show and how somebody could present themselves. And he was just playing such cool music. He was so personable and funny and interesting to listen to and had lots of great stories. He was just like such a great host. And you can still find a lot of his archived shows online if you go digging at luxuriamusic.com. And I think there's another site that has them all, or not all of them, but a lot of them archived. In addition to being a DJ, then he also played in D-Generation and Danzig and also briefly in the Gun Club and like lots of other bands over the years. He collected records and all sorts of paraphernalia from like the 50s and 60s and, you know, music monster movies, just general oddball stuff. So he had his hands in so many different interesting pies, so to speak. So yeah, I still think a lot about how much better my life is having listened to Howie's show over the years, and you know, the fact that he kind of inspired me to get up to doing this show and a lot of the nonsense that I'm doing. So hats off to you, Howie. And the song I'll start off the food set with, which is like another thing he'd do on his show. He would do these even really long sets of songs sometimes about like whatever particular theme. But I did come across this one I'm going to play for you next on Intoxica when he played it. It was probably like, I don't know, 2013 or something. I might have heard it on a show. Bob Nichols' Hambone, and it came out through a single on Symbol Records in 1961.
Can't shake our chicken, you don't rock or roll, look out. Mommy, you're getting old. Ham bone, 40 cents a pound. Eat ham bone till the deal goes down. Put my ham bone in the pot. I ain't gonna eat it till the soup gets hot. Way down yonder where I come from, they feed those people off of cow and corn. They get so fat, they couldn't wear a hat. Knock them in the head with the baseball bat. Rock out, Daddy, yo! Rock it right. Rock it all night. That said a beatnik wouldn't rock. I caught two in my rock field. One had a shovel, the other had a hoe. If that ain't rockin', I don't know. Rock out, Daddy, yo! Let's go! Down yonder where I come from, they feed those people off of cow and corn. They get so fat, they couldn't wear a hat. Knock 'em in the head with a baseball bat. Ham bone, 40 cents a pound. Eat ham bone till the deal goes down. Put my ham bone in the pot. I ain't gonna eat it till the soup gets hot. Rock it right! Rock it all night. Rock! Hey! Rock out! good stuff.
J'adore ça. Dry gin, toi tu aimes le dry gin et tu ne me comprends pas. On est pourtant si bien ensemble, mais on ne peut pas dire qu'on se ressemble. Ice cream, moi je n'aime que l'ice cream, mais tu ne me comprends pas. Mais quand on s'aime d'un amour tendre, on n'a pas besoin de se comprendre. Ice cream, moi je n'aime que l'ice cream, c'est fou ce que j'adore ça. Ice cream, moi je mange de l'ice cream, ah, l'entracte au ciné. Dry gin, toi tu rêves d'un dry gin, ça te fait enrager, mais tout s'arrange quand je t'embrasse. Tu fonds bien plus vite que ma glace. Dry gin, toi tu aimes le dry gin, on ne sera jamais d'accord. Bien ensemble, mais on ne peut pas dire qu'on se ressemble. Ice cream, moi je mange de l'ice cream, ça te fait enrager. Ice cream, moi je mange de l'ice.
I like a little bit of pizza.
Excuse me please. Excuse me, but will you please pass the biscuits down, please? Will you pass the biscuits down, please? I can't understand it. I go out and work and slave, and all my kinfolks do is play. Look at Uncle John down bar. He's had 4 biscuits already. No wonder he got 4 chins. There's Aunt Lucy down at the other end. I thought she was on a diet. If she ain't had 8 biscuits, she ain't had none. Excuse me, Uncle Bill, but will you please pass the biscuits, please? Will you pass the biscuits, please? Them biscuits sure is disappearing fast. I wish they would just look down this way. Maybe I can get Mary's attention. Say, Mary. Will you please pass the biscuits, please? The only time they come down here is for wedding, funerals, and receptions. You take old cousin Jeff. I ain't seen him in 2 years. And he don't even know I'm here. All he see is them biscuits. I don't want to reach over Betty, cause Grandma says that's ill manners, she said. But this meat ain't no good without no bread. Say, will you pass the biscuits, please? Or will you please pass the biscuits, please? I got enough taters and some yellow gravy. I sure wish they would just pass one of them biscuits. Look at it. It's almost finished and I ain't even started eating yet. Say, will you pass the biscuits, please? Say, will you please pass the biscuits, please? I don't know why they put them biscuits down at the other end of the table. Hey, will you pass the biscuits, please? Hey, will you please pass the biscuits, please? Now, there's one more biscuit left. Maybe if I get up and walk down the other end of the table, I might get that one. Pardon me. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please. Say, no, wait, Uncle Jeff. Wait, please, wait. No. Well, I'll be doggone. He done ate up the last biscuit. I wanted the biscuits.
rice. I could not find my pork chops, and that was not. I had to have me some pork chops. Yeah, yeah. Every day of my life I need me some of them sweet smelling pork chops, child, yeah. Canned food is alright, child, but every night I got to find me some pork chops. Yeah, 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 I found. Yeah, cooking in the pot. Yeah, yeah, but I could not find no job that had me some pork chops. Yeah, yeah. Every day of my life I need me some of them pork chops. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Canned food is alright, child, but every night I got to have me some pork chops. Yeah, I asked the waitress, I said, you know I love you, baby, and I don't want to go to court. I'm just trying to stop my stomach from suing my back on a nice support. I got to have this support. Yeah. Every day of my life I need me some of the pork chops. Yeah, child. In the pan, baby. I smell them, don't you? They're sweet. They're sweet. The fragrance is going all over the street.
Those sweet, sweet pork chops. The Dorsets. And I'm sure you can guess what the name of the song was. That came out through Sue Records on a single in 1965, and that ends the What's for Dinner set. It did include some vegetarian options, I should mind, or mention. One of those would be what we heard before, Guitar Red, The Hot Potato from 1956, put out by Excello. Also, Andre Williams, Pass the Biscuits, Please. And he never gets any biscuits, from 1957. Through Fortune Records on a single. Also heard Ariane Ice Cream from a 1966 7-inch through Palette in France. Before that, Hop Wilson and His Chickens, Chicken Stuff from 1956 through Gold Band Records, and started it, as I mentioned, with Bob Nichols' Hambone from the Symbol Records single put out in 1961. Don't have a lot of time left. Going to try and jam in a few more songs here real quick to get to the top of the hour. I'll start off with something new by Headcut from the Sweet EP that they self-released. And when did that come out? Maybe I'm going to guess and say a month ago. And it's one of those deals where it's it says it's going to come out on... how did I miss that? Well, I guess maybe they just posted it on Bandcamp and backdated it. But anyway, it came up as a thing, as a new release in the email notifications from Bandcamp that I get. But they apparently put it out on August 4th, so I don't know if they were just putting it on Spotify or something. Anyway, it's a 4-song EP. You can listen to the whole thing on Bandcamp, and I'll post the link later. Meanwhile, here it be.
sky moaned at least this loud. Oh!
Francois Hardy, Mon Monde n'est pas vrai, which I'm butchering, from her self-titled 1970 LP through Sonopress, the label. So, in tribute to her recently passing, I thought that would be fitting to play. Before that, Vienne La Nada, I played the song Cruise from their new release, Cruce. They're based in Mexico City, and that was another pretty cool kind of Bandcamp find. Put out by the Buenos Malos label. Before that, the Jaguars, and not the Jaguars, as some people pronounce that. I don't know why people would say that. Car Scat. Oh, man, I can't talk anymore. Put out by Duchess in 1964, and then started with Headcut Sweet from their the title track of their new EP, or newish, last year, but still their newest. That is almost everything for this month's show. I'll have the podcast posted soon, the playlist and all that, update the show listing and all that nonsense for other people to investigate should they feel inclined. I don't have a whole lot else to say. I will play one more song to end things off. This is Bill Bailey is the name of the song, and it's by Jim Morrison. I'm sure you already know it's not that Jim Morrison, but anyway. So this was released by Curly Q in 1963. The reason why I'm playing this is because Jeffrey Lee Pierce of the Gun Club, he would have had his birthday on June 27th. He passed away years ago, like 1996. But on the Gun Club record Mother Juno, there's more or less a version of Bill Bailey there. It's a fair bit different musically, and then he also took a lot of liberties with the lyrics as well, because he did it in tribute to his friend Nick Cave, just because they were buds. So if you read the lyrics to the Gun Club's Bill Bailey and think about Nick Cave, I think it's pretty obvious how it fits. So yeah, send that out to Jeffrey Lee Pierce, who I'm a big fan of, and it seems like a good way to end off the show. I'll be back for the next one on, like I said, August 11th, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks for listening. Bye, bye, bye.
She'll pay the rent. She knows she turned you wrong. Remember that rainy evening? She drove around. There's nothing but a fine tooth comb. She knows she's to blame. I ain't that ashamed. Little baby, won't you please come home? Yeah, won't you come home, baby? Come home. She moans all night long. She'll do the cooking bit. She'll pay the rent. She knows she done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening? Oh, wow. There's nothing but a fine tooth comb. She knows she's to blame. I ain't that ashamed. Little baby, won't you please come home? Hey, won't you come home, baby? Won't you come home? She moans all night long. She'll do the cooking bill. She'll pay the rent. She knows she done you wrong. Yeah, remember
look after yourself, as they always say, because no one else will.
Let us get the fuck out of here.
Be seeing you. And you.